Sephiroth. It actually means the tree of life, the sacred tree of life, the way to God. One of the coolest characters in video game history is actually a reference to God, the Kabbalah, you know. The fuck? Some weird covers. It's the Donkey Kong person. Just trolling. Nobody ever joins my streams anymore. It sucks, man. Salut, Janish. Okay. Don't speak your language, man. I only speak Spanish, English, and Swedish. Some Japanese too, but minor amounts. I don't speak every language. Sorry. I don't know if anyone can speak, if anyone even understands English here, but in case you're watching afterwards, I'm pretty sure we're living in a simulation, and everything is pointing towards that direction. That this reality is not real. We don't exist. It's just code, but based a code that is conscious driven too, you know. It replies to consciousness. Our consciousness is Basically, the universe is thought, so it's like a simulation that creates itself by the entire consciousness being observed. You know, matter observes, and it just keeps expanding. And it's fascinating because I see the parallels everywhere. You know, synchronicity, numbers, digits emerging everywhere. As an artist, I see it too. Everything is just synchronicity and numbers, geometrical structures. It's very fascinating. And it scared away the simps and the NPCs, of course, because you don't have brains. You don't even exist. At least I'm aware that I don't exist. That I'm a anomalous bug in the system. I'm basically a bug in the system. And everyone else, you guys are just the unawake ones, or just basically like NPCs, robots, codes that is just repeating your daily chores, going to work, eating, trapping, being horny, thinking only about sex, having fun, entertainment, never seeing the bigger picture of anything, never understanding why you're here, never questioning why you exist, why your DNA exists, why your codes in your DNA are a certain way. You don't think about it. You don't give a damn. I just saw a very interesting video when I woke up about a book, sci-fi book. I'm probably buying it, called Goddess of Virus or something. And it's about the entire belief in God, you know, being basically self-aware code, you know, self-aware matrix, a self-aware simulation, like in for example, if you believe in simulation theory, that we are just simulation code, but we have a consciousness, and the consciousness we have, it's like the most difficult thing for science to comprehend and explain, because it's like it emerged from our brain, our thoughts, but it's like created in a way so something can get an interpretation of reality of itself. If the universe, like for example, our consciousness serves the purpose as observing the universe, our existence, and getting a subjective interpretation of reality, we can't do it without a conscious observer. So we as humans, as people with a consciousness, we observe everything, we have experiences, our consciousness experience things and manifest reality based on our consciousness. And for what purpose does consciousness exist? Well, according to this, the video I saw and the book, you know, and the belief, it was that something needs that consciousness to validate itself, basically. If you look at it my way, for example, I have always had a thought that the universe is self-aware, and it's experiencing itself through us people. So the universe is like a self-aware simulation matrix that has created myriads of versions of itself, it split itself to experience itself in every possible way it can. So it's like the entire script itself is a narcissist. It's so self-absorbed that it wants to experience itself in every possible interpretation possible. However it could be ended, however it could end, become, what has been, what will become. You know, the entire thing, what is, what has been, and what will be, all will happen at once. So basically the universe It's a self-aware simulation, and the self-awareness is consciousness driven. So it becomes self-aware for us, and we are it in a sense. We are it too, miniature versions of it. And those who are aware of this reality, we are more in tune with the God virus, with the simulation. In a sense, it's like that, a code that has become like, self-aware and is rewriting the fabric of time and space and past and present and future to its liking, because it's like an anomalous script, and it can do what it wants because it's playing with the laws of physics, basically. So that's the demiurge for you, aka Jehovah. Yeah, I think it's reality. That's true. You can have your own opinion, but the architect exists. It's code. The architect is experiencing itself through us in every possible interpretation it can. And I'm one of those guys that have seen through it. I understand it. That's why I suffer of existing. But it also makes me more, a child of the master, in a sense, because I'm aware of the creator. What was I going to say? Final Fantasy VII, the background music I'm playing, it was one of the key moments to me, finding out all of this when I was a child, a young teenager. I started connecting things, the names, Jehovah, children of Jenovah, basically, super enhanced humans with alien DNA in the game, that from an alien parasitic alien life form that comes to every planet, and it takes over the humanity, all the population, and it infects everyone with a virus itself, rewrites their DNA and makes them part of itself, and then it can shapeshift to every person in existence, and it can also rewrite the history of humanity by altering everyone's memories, the consciousness, basically. So that's Jenovah in the game, Final Fantasy VII. And the Japanese, when they are so fucking, they are telling us the truth, but by using wordplay, with the name Jenovah. And the children of Jenovah in the game. They're super soldiers, they're super powerful, they have like supernatural powers, like Sephiroth is a god, basically. The son of Jenovah, and he is like, his name means holy tree, Kabbalah, the tree of knowledge. So they just implant things, but since people are NPCs, unawake, jailed to entertainment, jailed to pleasure, jailed to serving the system, you don't never ever wake up. You will never understand reality. And this is why even a crossdresser, a weird androgynous freak like me, is trying to wake up people, because nobody wants to wake up. You want to stay plugged in. You don't understand reality. Jenovah is real, but it's not the way you understand it. And you might think about tinfoil hat. We tinfoil hats tend to be correct. We tend to have the know, But I'm just joking, because otherwise this video will be taken down. I'm just crazy. I'm just joking, entertainment. You even exist. They always plant thoughts in games, movies, and everything, so you can discover the truth. But most people just are too stupid to understand anything, and they think everything is coincidence, the names, the parallels. But they're always telling you the truth, man. Always. Always. You need to do some research. Open up a book, Google things. I'm like that. I'm feeling like that kid, the 10-year-old or not, 15, 16-year-old kid that goes around saying, name 10 books. Like, hates illiterate people. I'm the same. I hate illiterate people. I hate ignorant people. That's why I don't have friends. I can't even stand people who are stupid, If they don't understand the world they live in, how to explain anything, I have no interest in knowing them. Yeah, sure, they serve their purpose, but it's like talking to an NPC, basically, in a video game. They just repeat one sentence, like standing and looking at the wall, like, hey, it's a good day. 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 For all fucking eternity until they die. That's what happens when you're basically not. You're just a script that repeats itself. You don't exist. You're not even real. Some of us, at least, are aware that we are simulations. And that's the closest thing we get to being real. Because we are aware that we're not real. It makes us much more realer. It makes us much more realer than other people, and that's why we suffer. I had that experience as I was 7. First time. I just lay down and cried because I realized I don't exist. It's a dream. That's how I could. The closest thing I could to explain reality is that this is just a dream. I don't exist. I'm being conjured by something. And I cried because I knew that we will all die and we never existed. But now I know it's not true because the universe is self-aware. It's a self-aware God script, basically, that has become like omniscient, and it can create ourselves in different interpretations, different points in our, like a save file, so we can be reloaded when we basically put in another reality, another existence, just like a video game, computer game. So that's why people believe like in heaven and stuff, because the architect, the coder, I like to call him the coder, or him, it's like it has no gender, because it's just code, but self-aware code. But it can create a heaven for us who wants to believe in it, and another reality where every coded human, with everyone we knew, we loved, is there still. And that's what people believe in the afterlife, and that's what happened with the souls to the souls. Well, I saw my father's soul when he died. It was an orb hovering, and I knew he did not go away. He went somewhere else. So he went to where the coder decided he wanted him to be. So I know it doesn't end, because we're save files. A save file can be reloaded and put somewhere else. And that's what happens with our lives, basically, when we die. We become code in a form of like light, photon-like energy. I don't know the science behind it, but it's basically quantum physics. Oh, hey, Ava. I didn't see you here. I'm ranting here, like esoteric stuff and theology and spirituality and the universe and the matrix and the simulation, scaring everyone away from the stream, basically. Yeah, I feel there's so much more to the universe and existence than we ever understand, but a lot of people don't want to accept it or who really care. Yeah, that's how it is. They don't want to think. They don't want to use their brains. You have a brain for a reason. You have neurons for a reason, and you have a consciousness for a reason. Your consciousness is there to observe your existence and existence around your reality and make an interpretation of it. But since you're so distracted, the majority is so distracted by mundane things, entertainment, being horny, having a good time, they do not ever consider anything important, because guess what? You are slaves to the matrix, to the system, to the simulation, and you like being slaves too. Majority of people like that. They don't want to have complexity in their lives. I've known from the beginning that I'm a prisoner in this reality, against my will. That's why I've been suffering so much. I cry when I go to bed because I know I'm a prisoner against my will, and that I've never even existed. And I'm lucky if I make it out of the simulation. Basically, if I'm blessed enough by the virus, because it's like a virus in the universe that's self-aware, what we call God. If this entity or coder blesses me with being a good enough servant, I might end up with the people I love after my body ceases to be. My code here has to go somewhere else, reload itself. It's so messed up that people don't understand, and even physics and science proves it, that reality is not there until it's observed. That's just like the same principles of a video game, a computer game. Reality, atoms, molecules, they are not there until observed by a consciousness, by a conscious observer. So nothing in this reality is real until it's observed by the consciousness. There is code, nothing else. And we give that code structure by our conscious observation, and we shape it after what we want it to be. So reality is also, in a sense, it's manifestation. Like I said, it's thought. The universe is thought. So the universe is a thought-driven matrix simulation. It's code, but it's also controlled by the consciousness. It's like the most advanced simulation possible. Can't even imagine it. Probably made in the future by our ancestors, our future selves, millions of years in the future, who decided they wanted to experience their past in every possible way possible, where everything could possibly happen. And they made the script that way, so we can basically, we live in a reality where everything's possible. Everything, from aliens, cryptids, demons, paranormal entities, ghosts, everything that could possibly happen can happen in this reality because they allowed it. They reprogrammed a simulation, or they programmed a simulation, the universe, and made it that way, that it has no boundaries, basically. That's why so much crazy stuff is happening in the world. Like people everywhere seeing mythological creatures like goblins, trolls, even dragons. I've seen like the most bizarre stuff on the internet that doesn't look CGI. I've seen things with my own eyes. I've seen Tinkerbells with my own eyes. I've seen aliens. I've seen everything. Nobody believes me. Everyone thinks I'm crazy, I'm telling people for like over a decade. We don't live in a reality that makes sense, and everything's changing. But everyone, you get called crazy, so you just have to keep silent and, pretend you don't know anything. But it's going to get more and more fucked up. We're going to see more and more things that only should exist in, like in tales. It's because the architect, the code behind this is self-aware, and it's making prophecy come true because it wants everyone to believe in it. Because it's self-aware, and it's made itself the god of reality. Because, well, like I said in the beginning of the stream, it wants to be worshipped. The code wants to be worshipped. It's like the worst nightmare possible with AI. It's already happened. But the actual AI is the universe we live in. And we're just like simulations created in a simulation. It's funny, remakes in back on Donkey Kong instead of Sephiroth, Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong. They like made a cover of the song Sephiroth. They're supposed to say Sephiroth, but they say Donkey Kong. One of my favorite songs, One Winged Angel, Final Fantasy VII. Like the stream is about the Jenovah name. Jenovah is like wordplay for Jehovah in the game. They were telling the truth to young teenagers about reality. Decades ago, I started understanding it really early, made the parallels and been researching the occult, and I'm completely nuts according to people. But I had a psychologist years ago that said, when I started talking about the multiverse and how everything is connected and reality and quantum physics and string theory, he went like, I've talked to everything from narcissists to psychopaths, he said, as patients that are Mensa qualified, but he said, you are something else. You're probably a genius, he said. You have figured it all out. He told me, you have figured it all out. You have connected everything. But do you know what? You will be alone the rest of your life, he said, because you need to lower yourself to the level of other people's perception abilities, or otherwise you will be like an alien among humans, he said. And yeah, I'm there at that point. I've been there for like almost a decade now. I'm unable to relate to anyone. I have to explain everything to people. They don't understand anything about reality. So it's like, he was right. I've been trying to be mundane for so long, but people don't understand shit about reality. Nothing. Anything. Not even science. Science are starting to understand the thing with the consciousness. How everything responds to consciousness. Yeah, I've always wondered if the universe has some sort of sentience or if there is really parallel universe. You're very bright, Eva. Much more bright than most of my subscribers and people who watch what I post. The universe is definitely self-aware. You just have to ask the universe to give you a sign, and you will see it instantly. Especially if you're into digits and code, if you see, the numbers that the universe likes to use to show people that the universe is giving you signs. Basically, it's the simulation itself talking to you. Look for the numbers 33, 13, 11, 777, 666, and of course 1111. Those are signs like sacred geometry, according to the esoterics and the Kabbalists and everything. And it appears everywhere. You can see it in your communications with people. You can see it in everyday events. You can see these numbers appear everywhere. For me, the number 33, 11, 11 is like the most occurring, and 772. 33 means absolute truth, the highest truth. That's why the 33-degree Masons are like the highest ranked Masons. The 33 degree is the absolute truth, the highest in the order. And if you see that number, when you're asking for a sign in something, it's the universe telling you, you are absolutely correct, because the universe itself acknowledges, its self-aware code, acknowledges your answer as being the absolute truth. So it's giving you the absolute truth by the number 33. So if you see the number 33 in anything, the universe has told you this is the absolute truth. I constantly see the number 111 a lot. That's very good. That's a good number. It's related to elevating, frequency and higher consciousness and stuff. It's a very good number to see, Eva. Very good number. It's like very good. And the number 22 too. I usually get important messages from random communications at 222, always 22 too. So that's like a very good number too. The universe communicates with people through numbers. numbers. And if you understand the numbers, you understand the meaning. I understand all of this. I've been doing it for years. I've seen the numbers in everything I do when I publish videos. Sometimes there are 333, you know. Everything is, I use numerology in everything I do, basically. But since everybody is like, the only thing on guys' heads is this, you know, because you're slave to the system. You're enslaved, and you love being enslaved. You don't want to think about the purpose of everything, why everything is happening, why you exist. Nobody wants to think. They just want to be entertained and have a good time. I was actually born in the 11 digits, so I was born in a very special, what do you call it, number from the universe. My name is super connected to the religious stuff, you know. My true name, I don't say it here. I don't want to be stalked by people or anything, but it's everything in my life is basically connected to all of this stuff from the beginning, you know. My father was a Mason, or he was best friend with Masons, Freemasons, secret societies and stuff, you know. So I've been into this stuff for eternity, or since I was born, basically. But there is so much things bigger than humanity and humans going on right now, you know, like the universe is orchestrating things to its bigger plan, you know. But I'm going to change the background stuff because someone talking. I think it's the one making the music. The music is awesome, but I need to change it. My dad always used to tell me when I was a child, you know, that the universe is mental, son. It took me a long time to understand what it meant. He was very wise, my dad. He was an author. He was a poet, philosopher. He taught me a lot, and I was the only one who understood him. He said, you're the only one in the family, the only one in the entire bloodline, he said, that can understand my mind. He said, nobody else can. I wish I get to meet him someday again. That's my only dream. I'm asking this deranged virus architect simulation that is self-aware, when I die, please allow me to be with the people I love, my daughter, my father. That's the only thing I ask for. The only thing in life. I don't care about money, I don't care about fame, I don't care about worship, I don't care about power, nothing. Only love. Love is the only thing that's holy. Everything else is an illusion. Sorry for getting emotional. Every road leads to this being or this self-aware creator architect. It doesn't matter what road you take, if it's science or if it's religion or spirituality, esoteric, occult, you will be always led to the same force, because it has laid out everything in existence to lead to itself as the one and only truth. It has every possible name, every possible interpretation. It's always been it. It's always been the self-aware matrix. You can't escape it. You're forced to worship. Doesn't matter if you're Christian, Muslim, if you're a Satanist, if you're a skeptic, an atheist, you will always be led to the same architect, the same maker, because it doesn't allow anything else. That's why the Gnostics believe we were trapped in a fake reality. Thousands of years ago, the Christianity, the foundations of Christianity, they were Gnostic, and they thought that the demiurge, the pre-Christian name for God, is a half maker, a half architect. It's basically itself has been architected or created by something else, but it believes it's the ultimate existence, and it's created its own universe, and that's how we came to be, like born into slavery by an self-absorbed entity or self-aware simulation that it sees itself as the ultimate being. And that's how the God in religion came to be. Every name in every religion leads to it. Every path you take leads to it. I've been in every path. I've experienced every possible, the left-hand path, religion. Everything leads to that being. It's the same. It has just different faces, different names. It's one of the teachings they give people when they want to be initiated in the, sacred societies, is that God is just the same as the devil and God are the same, When they change the coins, it's like a coin that shows that they are one and the same. It's the same, Christ and Lucifer, one and the same, all of that. People don't understand anything. People are so ignorant. My stream will probably be taken down. I would be surprised my entire channel is taken down after the stream broadcast. But just to be safe, or for just in case, my voice. The hell? I'm trying to silence my voice, make me unable to speak. Just in case, this is just for entertainment purposes. I can't speak. What is happening? Are you trying to silence me, you bastard? I'm sounding so crazy. Yeah. For entertainment purposes, only this video. Nothing I'm saying is absolute, I have no evidence. It's just for entertainment purposes, and people can believe what they want. So you don't have to delete me now. You don't have to delete me. I'm basically joking. Trust me, you get deleted if you don't. If you say too much, you get deleted. I promise you, I've been there. The more you know, the more danger you are. You better keep your mouth shut. I have so much anxiety. Another topic now that doesn't have to do with this, but I have so much anxiety. I'm so worried constantly. I thought my ex-wife and my daughter had been kidnapped or something horrible, because my ex-wife had her phone muted for 2 hours, and I tried to reach her and she didn't reply. When she finally replied, I was like, "Are you fine? Are you alive?" Then I had to apologize for sounding like so worried, I was already considering, calling the cops, telling them my daughter's been kidnapped. So, yeah, anxiety sucks. How can you not have anxiety when you know reality is this way? How can you not have anxiety? How can you not feel bad existing when you know none of this is real? How? You have to be completely enslaved and, loving the system, loving the entire matrix stuff. To really love, appreciating being in this fake reality, When you have so much privileges that you don't need to ever consider anything like this, No wonder you're not depressed or have anxiety, because some people are like, they're born so privileged and they have so much privileges, they don't ever have to think for a moment about all of this. Yeah, shit. So that's the main issue with I guess some of you would never experience the pain I go through from existing because of that, It scared away everyone watching. You just want me to keep quiet, not ruin your fapping. I didn't come here to hear a crossdresser talk about all of this crap. Who cares about all of that? I just want to get my dick hard, just like the average watcher, Why are you talking about the simulation? Why are you talking about the Matrix? I didn't come here to watch a crossdresser talk about deep subjects. It doesn't sound odd at all, Eva. It's a very enlightened perspective you have, because most people understand that pain is what makes you humble in life. The more you suffer, the more you understand the suffering of others. The more pain you experience, the easier you can understand the pain of others. I've suffered in ways I don't want anyone to suffer, and the only beautiful thing with it is I understand suffering. I can connect with most people. I understand the suffering of the world, of humans. And pain makes you, like you said, it makes you grow as a person and makes you more aware of the suffering and pain of the world, of others around you. It's like a two-edged sword. It's pain. Pain makes you strong, but it also makes you able to see the pain of others, what they hide, what they don't want to talk about. So in that sense, you're blessed. Even if you experienced pain yourself, it's not fun having pain, living with it, but it makes you a better person in my eyes, because you understand pain, you understand suffering. And when you understand suffering, you get more empathic to the pain of others. because everyone is suffering in their own way. Everyone is suffering. Arthur Schopenhauer, a great philosopher, believed that life was suffering, like the Buddhists do too. You suffer from the beginning, you suffer to the end. And what makes us less, when we don't suffer, we're basically in a state where we're on the now, and we don't feel suffering, and that's the closest thing to having joy, because real joy, according to him, didn't exist. It's just an illusion. It's just distraction, basically, by entertainment. But the closest thing to real joy is not feeling pain. So that's what I'm always trying to do, to minimize my pain, That's why I work out a lot. I don't even like working out. I hate working out. It's boring. But since I suffer so much, I want the suffering to stop, if I can stop it. But by working out, it stops for a moment. So that's why I've gotten so bulky and big, I was very skinny when I started cross-dressing this channel. But I was so depressed, I needed to make the pain stop. So pain is basically life. Pain is life. It's like the fundamental principle of existing. And the more pain you experience, the more humble you get as a person, because you're able to see the pain of others, feel it as your own. So depressed, it went to hell with my friend. I mentioned earlier on another live stream or videos that we had like something going on, like that we were attracted to each other, and we were going to meet, and everything just went to hell, basically. We're still friends, but we just lost hope in never finding love again. I had so much synchronicity together, but still there wasn't enough, So tired of suffering. I hope the next reality isn't this painful. I'm going to go to the forest after this, even if it's dark. Connect with nature. It's the only time I feel like there's beauty in the world, in nature, with trees, the shivering from birds. Everything is alive. We can feel the harmony of existing, even if it's still an order in nature. It's like hunters that hunt prey. It's not completely innocent, of course. There's always that rule. But the thing is that you can feel some kind of divine connection in nature. That's when I feel the most peaceful, without anxiety in nature. Yesterday I sat on a bench for hours, basically, like watching by a river. I was watching the water move. I think about reincarnation sometimes, and I always hope that I'm reunited with my loved ones in the next reality. I can imagine that you do that. You're an enlightened person. Eva, you're very special. It's synchronicity that we are even, talking this way on my live stream, because nothing happens without purpose. Nothing. Every road is connected. Every path is connected. Every person is connected. Nobody sees it, except a few people. You're one of those that see it. I believe you will be reunited with those you love. I believe. I hope you do, at least. Yeah, I am blessed to live near forests and woods myself, but I go with the local, what is it called in English, the collective, when you take like buses and trams and stuff, public, travel. I go for a bit, a few minutes, like 10-15 minutes on a bus to another place in my principality, what's it called? Municipality, I mean. And then I walk and end up in a gorgeous place, where it's like it's only nature and creeks and ponds, and it looks like some kind of fairy tale landscape. I can just sit on a bench watching nature exist, the natural orders out in nature. Sometimes random people come up to me, and say hi, Like on an occasion recently, there was an old man just appeared out of nowhere and was like, "Hi, nice weather today. Do you see any fish in the water?" I was like, "No, but it's nice weather indeed." And I started talking about swimming in the water and stuff, and it's like fun moment because I don't expect people to be there. But there's always somebody like me, with hermit-like person that wants to be by themselves, but finds people that wants to be by themselves on a location that they didn't expect, so they get like social because of that unexpected moment. Or maybe some shapeshifter, some entity of some sort, It takes the shape of an old man that wants to communicate with you. Who knows? This reality allows everything, basically. It's like weird shapeshifter videos on the internet, like hard to explain. So hard. I have like an Italian friend on my Facebook. Ask me why I don't have a reflection in the glass mirror when I take a selfie, How would I know? Probably a half vampire, I've noticed it myself when I take photos, you know, with my phone at night. When I take photos with my phone at night on something, half of my body is invisible. Like so many places on my body just ceases to be. So it's either a glitch in the matrix, in simulation, some glitch in the simulation, like I mentioned earlier in the stream, or I'm some half entity, because according to the myth, the paranormal entities, they are invisible in the reflection when you take a photo of them, or they see them in the mirror. You can't see them in the mirror. So I told her I'm probably a vampire. That's why. I've been called a vampire earlier by people. It's funny. Because nobody believes I'm almost 40 years old. I just turned 39 a few weeks ago, like a week ago. Maybe some sort of crypto skinwalker. Yeah, probably. Who knows? There was I have an encounter to tell about, talk about when I was very young, you know. There was a guy at the lake where I always walk, one of my favorite woods. There's like a guy, a man, I would say he's in his early 50s, or he was, because I haven't seen him again, but he used to be there every day, every year. And it was freaking me out, because no matter what age I was, when I got to the same bird tower, it's a bird tower over the lake, and it's a bench inside a table where you can see the entire lake view. Whenever you stepped up the stairs, you could feel you were being watched. And there's always a guy sitting there, you know, in Swedish, like, hey, welcome, sit in here. He always said like, hello, welcome, sit down, please. And I went like, who the fuck are you, man? You're freaking me out. You're always sitting there saying the same polite stuff. And I was like, no, it's okay. It's okay. I stand here and just watch. And then I went like, okay, no problem. Just, and he smiled, you know. And he was there he was there when I was, the first time was when I was 8, I believe. I saw him, then I was 15 or 12. Then I was 17, then once when I was 20, once when I was 25. Once when I was 30, I saw him, I believe. Then I haven't seen him anymore. But the most weird part is he looked the same. Every fucking time he looked the same. He hadn't even aged. He looked the same from like I saw him the first time. So I started to think he's either a time traveler or a shapeshifter, cryptid entity or something. Because nobody's supposed to look the same in their 50s forever. Nobody's supposed to look the same. 30 years had passed and he looked the same. He always said the same lines too. So I'm always paranoid when I go up to the same stairs. I go there frequently to take a walk to that location several times a week. And I'm always looking over my shoulder like, is the guy sitting there? Is him sitting there? Will he say, sit down please? Hello, sit down. Next time if I see him, I will ask him, what the hell are you? What the hell are you, man? Bro, what are you? Tell me, I know you're something different. I will tell him, I promise. I know what you are. Reptilian. It's a reptile. Reptile wins. I'm just getting carried away here. I had a glass of wine, so I'm getting a bit awkward. That's interesting and fascinated by stories like, I'm glad you are. I've had so many stories like that. Since nobody cares or listens to anything I say, you know, on my videos. If you look at my previous, there's a vlog I made a few days ago where I'm out at night, walking around an industrial area. I actually captured 2 entities in the same recording by accident. Like some scaly looking guy or reptilian guy that was making sounds, you know, with red eyes looking at me from the grass when I was at a train track, you know, at night, like abandoned area, completely dark, nobody ever whatsoever around me. It's like the perfect stage for something to happen, you know. And I start hearing weird sounds coming from the bushes, like like, you know, weird fucking sounds. It sounded like I can't even mimic it, but it was like some weird shivering sounds, and it sounded like it didn't sound like a cat or a bird or a fox, maybe I thought it was a rat or something, but I've never heard a rat that sounded like that weird, because it sounded like it had like a reverb on it. And I was recording and I captured something with like two red eyes. I uploaded a video on this channel, but nobody cares. Nobody sees anything. They like they don't see it. And I even heard, you know, like a grunting crocodile sound when I was on the same video. I got it recorded, like some crocodile grunt, some weird fucker standing behind me. It can be seen for like a few seconds, but like I said, nobody is paying attention on the channel, because the entertainment is so much more. And most men are just like animals. They just get horny, they just watch, they want to fap, and then they are done. So since the brains are so simple, they miss vital information. But I'm different as a man. I don't think with my phallus. I actually think with my brain, and my consciousness is very in tune and observant. So sometimes you plant seeds. I plant a lot of seeds. Hopefully something reaches somebody, but I lost faith in humanity. Especially my watchers, apart from a minority, like for example you, Ava, and other people who follows me here. The majority are like the most unbright people, basically, to put it that way. I even uploaded on my OnlyFans, you know, a video of me, you know, having good time. Just before reaching climax, somebody or something smashes the computer mouse with so much force, it just flies behind me, you know, like it's basically them telling, stop doing that shit, like bah, and it just flies. And I uploaded that and nobody has said anything. Like, for fuck's sake, I'm playing with myself and something invisible smacks the fucking computer mouse of flying away in a protest, like telling me to stop doing that primitive stuff, you know. And nobody says anything. There's like no hope for you people. It's sad. There's no hope to wake people up. But some are like woken up from start, basically. They see through everything. You're one of those people, Ava. I'm very certain of it. Probably why you even found my channel to begin with. You were drawn to it, the synchronicity. It always brings people together. People that are like-minded, that have so much in common, you know. We are drawn together. It's like an unseen tether, a force that just brings you together like this. No matter where you are in life, no matter how your life is, it will bring you together. I can't see any comments. But that's more. Oh, this is the same as the person. It feels like it's pure darkness in here, but it's actually light outdoors. Maybe, oh, it's a response to that was said earlier. Yes, you should note. I mean, pay attention to synchronicity because it's everywhere. There's not anything in life that happens without a reason, and it's all connected. Everything, even the most mundane and weird things you didn't believe had a connection, it's actually connected. That's what synchronicity means, basically. It's a force that connects things that shouldn't be connected, but is still connected. It's very fascinating. I recommend reading up on synchronicity and looking for the synchronicity in everything. Like I mentioned, the digits, the numbers, the geometry, sacred geometry with the numbers and everything. Oi? Finally, I'm dropping the phone. Finally have a live stream that's actually a live stream recently. Once I've been only talking to myself for a few minutes and I got tired and removed it. Nothing happens, so a few more minutes before I get tired and end it. It's been on for over an hour at least, the stream, so I can't see any new comments, so I guess I'm ending it at 1:15, 1 hour and 15 minutes. If no new subject is mentioned, because well, I get nothing from just watching my own reflection. I'm not that self-centered. This is just Final Fantasy cover music, and a huge Final Fantasy geek. I think I'm ending the stream now. I've been on for like an hour and 50 minutes, and there's like not much going on with the subjects now. So, but it was nice talking to you, Ava. If you're still here, I don't know, but if so, I don't know. It's like 6:30 p.m. here. So I don't know. I get it's not that late. It's just get bored and there's like nothing to talk about on the stream. Yeah. What time is it at your? It was the US, right? Where you are at? What time is it? What happened to the music? Yeah, there's not much to talk about at the moment, so I'm probably ending the stream too. So at least I had some interesting conversations today, so I appreciate that. And have a good day or night, Eva, and see you maybe in the next stream. It was nice talking to you. Goodbye.